The NBA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Sign up at UnderdogFantasy.com. Promo code NBA SGPN to get up to $1,000 in bonus cash. Yes, sir. We're back with another edition of the NBA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. No me, no voice, and guys, me, Terrell Furman Jr. here at your service. Shout out to the Hawks. Moving on to the playoffs. Not really. Kind of disappointed about Parliament Carroll and Franz Wagner, though. Would have liked for them to have a really good game in that one. And I don't know what Golden State had going on, but we move on nonetheless. And I actually didn't look at the line that Golden State has against the Rockets. Whatever it is probably not enough. Where are the Rockets laying? They got to be laying something. Wow, they made Golden State a fake. Golden State's laying $2. It's not fun. This isn't fun. I don't like this anymore. It was nerd Lonte Smith. Lonte, what's going on?
Not much, man. Playoff basketball in full effect. Ready to go.
Playoff? I don't know. Those stats last night didn't count, so I wish my bets last night didn't count. Well, except the one that was the Warriors team total over, because that hit. We were good money there. The Grizzlies didn't get it done in the first half, so Grizzlies first half, Warriors money line didn't hit, but the Grizzlies did have a nice feisty little comeback that might make them somewhat interesting in the second game of a play-in, but we'll see. I don't know. I'm still kind of out on the Grizzlies. They still ended up losing that game, like regardless of all that they did to come back in the game, and they took a lead in the fourth quarter, and I very much give them credit to that. They still lost the game. Yikes! I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to see what these two teams look like tonight. Lonte, anything you like from last night? You're muted, so it's like.
I mean, it wasn't really a lot that like caught my eye. I mean, it was a good comeback by Memphis, Orlando. I mean, they just still got their certain deficiencies, but I mean, nothing really stood out to me. I think the Warriors probably are in trouble. But other than that, not really, and nothing swayed my opinion or any opinions that I had going into those games. So nothing really, but good game to end the night for sure. Good fight by Memphis.
Warriors was, I mean, I still think the Warriors win the series, but the fact that they're laying $2 is actually pretty annoying. I really thought we were going to get some comeuppance on a nice little dog price, or maybe even close to a pick'em price on the Warriors, but they just have them as a heavy favorite, which they probably should be, because I really don't think the Rockets are beating the Warriors right now. I really don't. All right, chat. Daquan the Great sweeper yesterday with the Magic double result and Memphis covered. Yeah, shout out to those that had the Memphis cover. That was a really nice cover. I really wish I was on the side of that. That would have been a nice sweat. And shoot, he looked like he's deciding if he's on the Heat or not. Oh no, we'll have to talk about that one. Christian Rodriguez in the chat. D Johnson in the chat. We going. We've got 2 games in the play-in to talk about. And later tonight, we will also have a playoff series preview on a few playoff series. So make sure you stick into that as well. All right. Before we get to that, though, gotta make sure that you all have the SGPN app. All of our picks and podcasts all in one place, the SGPN app. So you don't have to ask us about, hey, the WNBA Gambling Podcast, NBA Gambling Podcast, or whatever. Just add export in front of Gambling Podcast, and we probably have one. So, hey, go check us out over there at the SGPN app, wherever you get your picks and wherever you get your podcasts, in the Google Store, Apple Store, whatever store it is. Just go get that. All right. Lonte, let's get into it. 2 games on the docket. First up, Eastern Conference play-in game, 9 seed versus 10 seed. The Chicago Bulls are at home welcoming the Miami Heat. The Bulls are laying 219.5 is the total. Injury report for these two teams. And we have for the Miami Heat, Nikola Jovic is questionable with that hand injury. He's missed 27 games, but it looks like he could potentially come back to the lineup tonight. Kevin Love is questionable, personal issues. And we've got Larson questionable as well with the ankle injury for this one. All right, for the Chicago Bulls, the big news, Josh Giddey is expected to play in this game. Lonzo Ball is not. He is doubtful. Trey Jones is out. And Dalen Terry is probable, also expected to play in the game. All right, Lonte, a lot on the line here. What are you doing? You got Miami catching a point, basically a pick 'em price here. The line really hasn't moved. It might have gotten to 1.5 Bulls at one point, but it's been a pretty solid one here for the entirety of the week.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I like the Heat in the spot. I mean, I think that they'll be able to. Well, number one, I think the Josh Giddey injury is pretty big. I mean, I know he's going to play, but he said it was just a pain tolerance thing. He did sit out the last few games, but it's been a nagging injury throughout the past, I guess, 4 or 5 weeks. Is what Billy Donovan said. So it's just more of a pain tolerance thing. And I mean, the Heat are fully equipped now. They get Wiggins back. They Ware's been playing well. I do think the Bulls will be able to score. So I mean, I think we'll see a ton of points. I think the 219 is pretty low, but the Bulls do a good job of. Well, the things that the Bulls do a good job of, the Heat don't really do well offensively. Like the Bulls take away the three. They're like one of the best 3-point defenses in the league. Heat on a big 3-point heavy team. The Heat also, I mean, the Bulls also are really good in transition. The Heat don't really let you get out in transition. So um, I think the Heat can negate some of the things that the Bulls do well. They pretty much try to trap Kobe on that pick and roll. And depending upon what Giddey's doing, I mean, Giddey's been great against the Heat. I mean, he's averaging a triple double against them in the games this year. He's been really good after the All-Star break. So I just don't think that the Heat can. I mean, I just don't think the Bulls can get enough stops defensively, and I think the Heat can. So I like the Heat, and pretty much like a little high scoring game. I think I see like 117, 112 type of game. So or 113. I guess that would get me over. Yeah.
I'm glad you said that because one, I'm on the other side. Two, I'm on the other side because the Bulls are actually a good defensive team, if you believe it or not. The revenge spots of all revenge spots are the Miami Heat and the Chicago Bulls in the play-in because the Bulls have been getting their butt kicked by the Heat in the play-in. Jimmy Butler has knocked them out. They haven't been to the playoffs, and they continue to get stopped in the play-in by the Miami Heat, where you have this Bulls team. Last 10 games at home, they've been a top four in fact defensive efficiency team at home in the last 10 games coming down the stretch. So like I understand everything with the Josh Giddey injury and all that, but they were winning games. Like they only lost one game this month, and that was to the Cavs. Like they've been winning games and handling business and beating the teams that they need to beat without, with a compromised Josh Giddey, without him in some instances, and put themselves in position to really have a home court in the play-in and be able to beat the Miami Heat, which they did 3 times this season. And the Heat competitive in some of those games, others not so much. But I think this is a good spot for the Chicago Bulls. I like the Chicago Bulls defense. I think that Josh Giddey and Kobe White have been playing amazing. I'm not really intrigued by the Miami Heat at all. They found a way to be able to turn it on and kind of get it going down the stretch of the season and put themselves in this position. But I still don't think they're that good of a team. I think that I don't trust Bam and Tyler Hero, I don't think is going to be able to carry the roster by themselves. And I think that the Chicago Bulls are good enough defensively that all the auxiliary little pieces that the Miami Heat have that are probably really decent probably aren't going to have that good of a game here. I think this is an under game where both of these two teams, the pace slows down. And while they are pretty solid scoring teams, the defense kind of opens up here. And so I like the Bulls. I love the Bulls. I think the Bulls are getting the win, so I'm fine battling you here. Uh, I think the Bulls are way better than the Miami Heat, and I think the Bulls actually have a pretty good shot of winning this game and winning the next game and making the playoffs. So I'm all over the Chicago Bulls here. We had it earlier in the season, teams that we liked, and the Bulls were one of them. So I like the Bulls right now. Totals at two. Ooh, wait, did it move? 219. What do you like?
I like over. I think both teams will be able to score. I mean the defensive stuff for I mean all the metrics at the end of the year kind of just they're kind of weird just depending upon who you're playing and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I think the Heat will be able to score. I mean they'll be able to attack the rim. Not much rim protection for the Bulls. And again, I mean I think that Giddey injury is a lot bigger than what it's making out to be. So um, I think he'll be a little bit more limited. So I think he'll be able to attack the boards. I think Ware and Bam have a huge game inside. So I'm expecting a lot of points here. So I'm going over.
All right, I'm on the other side. I think it slows down. Like I said, Chicago Bulls, fourth best defensive rated team in the past 10 games at home. They've really, that's where that was my whole thing against them. They couldn't play any type of defense, and they really, really turned that around at home against some pretty solid competition as well. So I like them to be able to get it done here. Give me the Bulls and under. Lonte likes the Heat and over. Any player props? Anything else you want to add to this one?
I'll save it for the dog section because I got a couple.
All right, all right. Of course, I'm playing Josh Giddey. Josh Giddey, I think I have a good game. Kobe White probably have a good game, but and I don't know if I like either of the big guys' rebounds. I think they could kind of actually cross each other out in Vucevic and Ware, and so I'm not betting Bam at all. So that you don't have to worry about that. All right. I think that's enough of that. Before we get to the next game, let's got to talk to you about Edge Boost. You ever had your deposit blocked by your bank right before a big bet? Ever needed cash at 2 a.m. for another shot at the tables, but hit your ATM limit? Then Edge Boost has your back. Edge Boost is the first ever bank account built for bettors. Edge Boost gives you fast, reliable access to your funds, making it easier to move money when you need it without the delays and that can come with traditional banks. High rollers, you can move up to $2,500,000 a day. Edge Boost Visa debit card with unlimited. You can move up to $2,500,000 a day with Edge Boost Visa debit card with unlimited withdrawals. This works 24/7 for instant deposits. You don't have to wait for a wire to clear again. And every time you deposit into a qualified banking account, you earn 0.5% up to cash back rewards. So, hey, all this, no usage fees, no minimum balance. Finally, get over there to Edge Boost. Go right now. Do it. What are you waiting for? EdgeBoost.bet. Promo code SGPN. That's EdgeBoost.bet. Promo code SGPN. Sign up for EdgeBoost today. We're also brought to you by MyBookie.ag. Shout out to MyBookie.ag. Best place to go over there and dabble in anything. You can do any sport that you're looking for, even sports entertainment in the WWE. MyBookie's got odds on that. MyBookie's got odds on everything you could want. And they have some pretty favorable lines, especially in the NFL draft. Go check that out. So sign up over there at mybookie.ag. Promo code SGPN for 100% deposit match up to $1,000. That's mybookie.ag. Promo code SGPN. Second game on the slate, Lonte. We've got the Sacramento Kings laying 4.5 against the Dallas Mavericks. Total sitting at 214. Kings are at home as the 9 seed. Injury report. Anthony Davis is probable. He's expected to play in the game. He needs to. We've got Brandon Williams, questionable oblique injury for the Kings. Jake LaRuvia is out with a thumb. He's still out, not playing. And Malik Monk is still out with the left calf strain. So no Monk in this game. A little bit of depth there. Keon Ellis is getting the start for the Kings. What do you like here? Kings laying 4.5.
Yeah, I was kind of conflicted because, like, numbers wise, Mavs is probably the play, but just current form, I didn't like what I saw with the Mavs down the stretch. Granted, the Suns folded, so they didn't have to do as much. AD's been out a few games, so I think the Mavs can hang within the number. I mean, the Kings have ended the season hot, but I mean, I don't think the quality of competition has been, too high. But
Mm-hmm.
I like so I'm going to take the Mavs plus the 4.5. I'm also going to take the over. I think it's way too low. I mean, the Mavs don't play a lick of defense. The Kings lack of depth could kind of want them to slow the ball down, slow the game down a little bit, but that's just not how effective they are. So I think the Mavs got a shot here to win this outright. They have the depth, they have the bigs to kind of wear down Sabonis. I expect Valanciunas to have a decent part in this specific game. I think he's got the most playing games of anybody been playing for 6 years. So I think he's had the most experience of anybody ever in the play-in.
Who, Valanciunas?
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, but
No,
I think
it's a fact. It's a fact.
Is it was really Valanciunas?
Yeah, he's got the most.
Zach LaVine. How many playing games do Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan got? They got like 3.
I'm not sure, but
how many playing games does the most person have? That's the real question.
Hold on, let me get the exact.
I would love to know how many.
Let me get the exact metric. But I like the. But
it,
I'll do that while you give your handicap, so we don't just watch it. But yeah, I like the Mavs. I like the over.
Trae Young for sure plays in 3, 4. Because he had the 2 that he won and went into the playoffs, the 1 that he won and went to the playoffs, the 1 that he lost, and then the 1 this year.
Yeah, hold on, I got
he's got 4.
I'm pulling it up. I think it's 6. I think Valanciunas played in 6 straight years.
Wow, really? 6 playing games?
Yeah. They asked him about it during the press availability. Jonas Valanciunas, the Lithuanian, has played in more playing games, 8, than any other NBA player.
8 playing games? That's everyone that existed.
Yeah. He holds the record of 23 rebounds in a game. This will be his 6th straight season in the play-in round.
Oh my gosh. That is so disappointing. So it had to be with what was that, like Memphis, New Orleans?
With the Pelicans. Mostly with the Pelicans.
Oh, okay. All right. I mean, for me, I'm all over Dallas. I can't trust Sacramento. Lonte, did you know last 10 games, Sacramento is 29th in defense at home?
I didn't, but I know they don't play defense. This is why the total is too
low. But
29th?
To be 29th in defense at home in your last 10 games, this was a pretty pivotal part of the season, these last 10 game stretch, don't you think? For everybody?
I mean, it just kind of depends because
okay. I don't.
If you want to, if you can, I mean, you can flip it to make it fit whatever narrative you want. Like it, if you think it matters, you can make it matter. If you don't think it matters, you know. I think
how
it's a case
does it not
by case
matter?
basis.
You needed the last 10 games to try to solidify a playoff spot, and now you're sitting here in the play-in. The games mattered.
I mean, if you're playing, I mean, we'll have to see who they play. What they playing? The Wizards, Jazz, some of those teams that don't really.
Oh, that would be even worse because that means that they didn't play any defense against the Wizards or the Jazz. It doesn't matter. They didn't play defense. The issue is that of the Hornets, the Pelicans, the Jazz, the Wizards, the 76ers, only one of those teams were worse than defense than the Sacramento Kings at home. Like, this is just ill. I don't think the Kings are a very good defensive team. I haven't said that at all. They are definitely not in good defensive form now. And that's the thing with the Dallas Mavericks. If you give them chances, they're going to punch you in the face at some point. They're a scrappy bunch that don't like to go away. But if you just put them away, they don't have an answer. But if you refuse to put them away, they're always going to be there. So, yeah, Anthony Davis, I like his overs. I like Mavs team total over in this game. I think they're going to be able to score. I'm not laying points with a team that doesn't play defense, especially in the one spot that they probably should get up for. What do you like here for the total?
I love the over. Yeah, I mean, you laid it out, but even with that, I don't think either team will be able to get a stop. I mean, 214 is low, man. And the Mavs have the requisite depth. I mean, they got their big rotation flowing, so they should be able to get rim runs. The Kings are going to shoot a lot of threes with Keegan DeRozan. Well, DeRozan shoot a decent amount of threes now, and Zach LaVine is probably going to try to have a day. So I think both teams can get to 110, 115 pretty easy here. So I love the over.
I think the length of Dallas is really going to mess with them. I don't think they're going to get as clean as looks as they think they're going to get today, because Dallas is really, really long, and like I think that's gonna. I think when they get to trapping and when they start throwing different defenses at the Kings, I think that's where things are going to get a little ugly. And I actually think DeRozan and company could probably struggle a little scoring the basketball if J Kidd just goes out there and coaches them up one day. So yeah, I'm completely out. I'm completely out on the Kings here. I can't lay the number. I understand what people's thoughts of Dallas this season, but this is literally their Super Bowl moment. Like making the playoffs and just making it would be a lot. And then honestly, if you're Dallas, you kind of actually are in the best situation that you could hope for, because what's the one team that no matter what happened this season, you dominated them almost every single time you stepped up across the court against them? It was the Oklahoma City Thunder. All those games that you see the Oklahoma City Thunder and Dallas Mavericks play this season and OKC lost, it wasn't like that it was Luka and Kyrie carrying them to those games. I think actually a couple of those games, neither one of those guys played. And that's what made the AD trade so interesting, because they were so dominant already against the best team in the league. And then they just added Anthony Davis. So I think that they are licking their chops if they get a chance at a 7-game series against the Oklahoma City Thunder. I think it'll be way more competitive than people think, because Dallas was very, very good, and it's a great matchup for them. But they got to get there, and I think Anthony Davis starts with tonight. So I actually do like Dallas on the money line. I think they're going to get the outright here and send the Kings packing. I just don't like this Kings team. Plus DeRozan and Levine sucking to play in. All right, player props. Anything else you got?
Yeah, I like Jonas Valanciunas over PR. I didn't see a number for that yet. So, but that's the one I'll be looking at. I like AD as well. He's probable, so I'm assuming he's going to play. Just waiting on the numbers.
Right, he's going to play. I like AD too. I took AD over 25.5 points.
Yeah. So, and on the King side, I like Levine threes over. I'll try to ladder that up to maybe like 5, maybe 6 to get him over that. But yeah, that's the only really prop that I like there. I mean, Keegan Murray threes as well. Like I said, I think we see a high scoring game, so I'm all over some of these guys and their points and the 3-ball.
All right. Let's see here. Anything else that we didn't touch on the game you want to throw out there?
No, not really.
All right. Let's see. Let's get ready to close things out. But first, gotta talk to you about Underdog Fantasy. We're about to drop an Underdog Fantasy lineup, so make sure you stick around for that. All you gotta do is pick higher or lower on your favorite players' fantasy stats, and you will have an opportunity to win up to 100x your entry. So stick around. We're about to build one. Sign up with UnderdogFantasy.com, promo code NBASGPN. That's UnderdogFantasy.com, promo code NBASGPN. Special pick, first time deposit. Special pick and a first time deposit offer up to $1,000 in bonus credits. UnderdogFantasy.com, promo code NBASGPN. We're also brought to you by Rhythm, your home for AI picks and props. Rhythm is now live for Major League Baseball, MLB, golf, all of that. You can use it, build your own model, and it's going to feel like cheating with how profitable you can be. So head over there to Rhythm. They have some amazing deals going on. 25% off monthly subscription with promo code SGPN25 and 50% off annual subscription with promo code SGPN50. Go over to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM. Promo code SGPN25 or SGPN50, and that is it. All right, Lonte, I'm gonna let you kick things off. Dog, what do you want to do?
Yeah, so it's gonna be the same game. So I'm locking up the -108 for the Miami Heat to win the game. And I gotta I was gonna get the Mavs on the money line, but I mean I think that's pretty easy. So we're gonna go with an 8-1 5-pick same game parlay. We got the Miami Heat money line.
Oh my gosh. I
Bam,
love Lonte.
Bam 15 points, Hero 20 points, Buzelis 13 points, and Khalil Ware 9 rebounds. That's 8-1.
I'm gonna play the same thing, but I'm taking Bam off. I like it, but we all know my feelings on Bam Adebayo. So shouts out to him. All right. Man, Lonte, you're a degenerate. I don't think I can get any better than that, but I'll try. Lock. You're crazy. Bulls, money line. I'm gonna battle. Wish I had I don't have a drop. I don't have a battle drop. Wow, I need to get a lock battle drop. We haven't had a lock battle here on the show in a while. All right. For my dog, I do agree. Dallas Mavericks money line, even though it's plus 160, it is relatively cheap. But I'm not gonna do some crazy parlay like you, even though I do like it. However, how far do I want to go with this? I think he really should kill. So let's go with 80, 30 plus and a win. About 5-1, you can get on that. I think AD is going to have a game. I really don't think they have any option to slow him down. What is Sabonis going to be able to slow him down? Like, I don't think they have an option to slow down KD. And I don't think that Doug Christie is going to pull the right defense that he needs to just make sure that AD doesn't get the ball at all. That's the only way he's not scoring is if you do great ball denial, don't let him establish in the post. Pretty similar to what the Lakers did not too long ago. I don't think they're going to do any of that. So give me Anthony Davis, 30 plus points and a win. Get it done. Move on to the next round. 5-1. All right. Let's see. What else? We got Underdog. What is the Underdog lineup, Lonte?
Let's see. If you got Levine points, I think that's a good one.
Nah. I'd rather something from the Mavericks side of the ball in that one.
Okay.
I really think the Kings. I think you're a little bit higher on the Kings than me. I think the Kings could completely let down here. Like, I think this could be a complete letdown for the Kings.
I mean, somebody got to score.
Yeah, but I don't think it's going to be Levine or DeRozan.
Who else they got?
I think maybe you get some Sabonis in there. I don't think they're going to score. That's my thing. I really think think they're going to have a hard game. I don't know. I'm not good. Levine's a little bit too. I'm good. I'm good. A little volatile.
Yeah, up to you, dude.
Well, for sure, we don't have to throw 80 in there. We already played 80 as a dog. We could play something else. Giddy. I like Giddy. Any type of Giddy prop. PRA, RA, anything like that. I can play that. Let me see here. What else? Give me something else. You got your Valanciunas play. Let's see if we even have
I mean, we just gave it out. Yeah, Valanciunas is cool. PR. I like his PR.
All right, let me see. There we go. I had to get back into the Underdog account. I'm in here now, though. I was killing. What? Why is it not locking me in? Yo. Let me see. That's the password I just made. Log me back in. Look at everybody looking at me using technology. There we go. I don't know why I have to capitalize my email. When did emails become case sensitive, Lonte? That's all I want to know. When did emails ever become case sensitive?
Good question.
Really? Like, normally, even if your email started, you accidentally, because your phone makes it a capital letter and you have it like that. Now they're case sensitive? Like, what? When does that become a thing? I would love to know that. I've never went anywhere. Shout out Underdog Fantasy for making sure you're safe, by the way. But I've never been anywhere where email was case sensitive. But it's case sensitive over there at Underdog. It's crazy. Yeah, Giddy PRA 37.5. I think he could be in triple double territory. So higher. I guess we'll go Levine, Lonte.
No.
Nah, man, it's on you. It's on you.
Let's just replace. Let's go Kobe White.
Valanciunas is up here. He is at points and rebounds of 8.5.
Points and rebounds 8.5? No way.
Yes.
Really? Yeah, that's higher. Yeah.
All right, Valanciunas higher 8.5 points and rebounds. I do like that too. We called out a Valanciunas play a little while ago, and it was good. So we got Giddy, Valanciunas, and
Kobe White.
Oh yeah. Oh great, yeah. Let's get Levine out of there. I'm fine with that. if I can find him. Oh, there he goes. 22 and what? Really? I would have thought he was at like 24, 25. All right. There we go. Underdog Fantasy. You got Josh Giddey higher, 27.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Jonas Valanciunas higher, 8.5 points and rebounds. And we got Kobe White higher, 22.5 points. Lonte? Points? All right. Points.
Yep,
we will roll with it. Okay. 5.52x. And with that, that is it. We've got, you can get $100 up to $552. Lonte, anything else for the people before we get up out of here?
That's it, man. Best of luck to everybody tonight. Yeah, tonight.
All right. Other than that, he is at XS Lonte XX. I'm at really real __. Make sure you give me a follow. And that is it. With that, I have nothing else to say, nothing else to do. No other way of ending the podcast. Just gonna like this. You just got to give me a like on the video on the way out whenever you're listening, and I'd really, really appreciate it. Other than that, we are out of here. Hey, shout out to everybody who thinks Bam is going to have a good game and refuses to put money on him. I appreciate y'all because I do the same thing. I swear I can't. He doesn't respect the money at all. He really, really doesn't respect our money. We're out of here.